Well, Donald Trump is set to move one step closer to taking over the U.S. presidency in a short while from now. Members of the U.S. Congress will gather to ratify the 2024 presidential elections result. As Washington, D.C. grapples with a major snowstorm, the newly elected Congress lawmakers will undertake the election certification process, marking the penultimate requirement before the president's inauguration ceremony on January 20th. On Sunday, Joe Biden, who is into the final days of his presidency, said that the transfer of power will be a peaceful process. The U.S. president urged the Congress to tell the truth about the Capitol Hill riots that took place on January 6th, 2021.
Last time this occurred, this transfer of power, the losing party never even showed up. Never even showed up and everybody understandably says to me, "Why are you being nice, Joe? Why did you have him over to the office for 2 hours? Why are you cooperating?" Because the rules matter, the institutions matter, the safeguards matter.
As Biden prepares to pass the baton to Donald Trump, the spotlight is back on events that unfolded on this very day 4 years ago when Joe Biden won the elections in 2020. Donald Trump made scathing accusations and claims of the election being stolen from him. On January 6, 2021, thousands of Trump supporters gathered at the Capitol Hill, causing mayhem, breaking and entering the Congress chambers to prevent lawmakers from ratifying the election that Trump lost. The attacks began soon after Trump's speech that claimed election irregularities and demanded his then Vice President Mike Pence and Congress to reject Biden's poll victory. Many people were injured, including police officials. Prosecutors have accused close to 1,500 people of rioting 4 years ago, and over 170 are accused of using deadly or dangerous weapons. Since the trials began, more than 1,000 defendants have pleaded guilty. Close to 220 have already been convicted. Trump has repeatedly made statements pardoning the accused. With the Republican leader coming to power in just a few days, it remains to be seen how the election promise plays out. All right, so there is a lot that is happening in Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. So let's talk to our correspondent, Susan Teherani, who's joining us from New York. Susan Teherani, there's a lot that is happening today. We are talking about remembering what happened 4 years ago. It was a tragic incident back then. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on what Congress is supposed to do. What fate lies ahead for the bills that will be passed in Congress?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, and something that even the American people hope to focus on moving forward. You know, we were talking about January 6th, and yesterday a poll came out that only 5% of Americans believe that it was actually an insurrection, 4% of Democrats and 1% of Republicans. So moving forward, Congress is going to be very busy. Mike Johnson yesterday had an interview, the new speaker. He said that he's going to be focusing on Donald Trump's agenda. First and foremost, border security, followed by crime, law and order, followed by national security issues. Now, whether or not they can get all of these in one bill, that's the big question. But, you know, these are the things that they want to focus on first and foremost from the first day that Donald Trump takes office. And I think it's also noteworthy to say that Kamala Harris will be certifying Donald Trump today. You know, she just lost to him, but she is still the vice president. So that's sort of a little interesting part of history for America right now.
I actually wanted to say that will be interesting. Will it be, Susan? All right, Susan, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much. Susan Teherani is our correspondent in New York. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.